what's up, fan base? It's your boy Blaze Hollow coming at you again with another rant with my good friend Ed. And today we will be discussing the original costumes for Class 1A. Say hello, Ed.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Well, I bet you're all wondering, Blaze, why are you talking about the original costumes of Class 1A? Don't you have a lot better things you could be discussing about? Maybe about the current chapters. Maybe talk about their actual present day costumes. Maybe actually just working on your what ifs. And to that I say shut up and just let me enjoy this video.
Yeah.
I've been under a lot of stress this whole week. Ed knows it, so that's why he's been very patient with me.
hmm I mean, if
And
you guys seen his post, it's like, yeah, a friend of his family's was in an accident and all that, but yeah, thanks to me, he's been feeling a little better.
that's why I'm very grateful to my friend. But I decided that, well, technically Ed brought this back up to me because I almost forgot about this topic, that we should do something funny this time on the rant section. And I thought about the costumes of Class 1A and how some of them really just bug the hell out of me.
hmm
So let's get started, Ed. Which class member do you think we should tackle first?
Well, let's go with Aoyama since he's first in the list.
Okay, Aoyama. The thing is that with Aoyama, his costume, in my opinion, I get that he's trying to be flashy, but it doesn't really go with his motif. He looks like a knight, and knights are supposed to be honorable and full of courage. Aoyama is none of those things.
And not to mention, he's also the traitor.
Well, we're not putting in that as a factor here.
I
And
mean,
plus,
knights are honorable, but not traitors. They serve
eh,
their country, kingdom, whatever.
you might want to look into the original lore of Lancelot then before you say that.
Hold on. I said knights as in, well, the concept of them.
Oh, okay, okay. And can we even bring up like this visor thing that looks like All Might's fucking hairline on his face? What is the point of this? Why?
I don't know. Want to tell us?
The point is that it makes it's if I was to fight Ayama, it's the first thing I want to break. I want to break those goddamn shades off his face.
They're like, oh no, I'm blind. He
Something like
blinded
that.
me. Oh no, what will I do?
And he also has one of the greatest mistakes to ever have on a hero costume. This motherfucker has a cape.
Okay, if you guys don't know, well, just watch The Incredibles, where Edna explains no capes.
And I agree on those concepts because I could literally take that cape and just wrap it around his neck and hang him with it.
He probably would like that.
I'm not going to get into that.
But
Mm-hmm.
knowing what he truly is, which is a
Mm-hmm.
traitor, does it kind of seems that he's doing on purpose that so his cape actually does get caught somewhere and ends up his life? So he doesn't have to follow All for One's orders anymore?
Possibly. It's definitely something. Aoyama was always that character that gave me like a very shady vibe from early on. And no, it's not because he's very flamboyant. Again, if you've been with my channel long enough, you know I have a complete series about being flamboyant or being gay and all that crap. Uh,
And
mhm.
if you guys want some more flamboyance shit, just think of a Ginyu Squad.
Well, do we really want to bring those people into this? If you really want to see something gay, I want you to look up Ivankov from One Piece and the Okamas.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh
That's gonna
God!
be a hell for Sanji.
Again, we're not bringing One Piece into this. We'll save that maybe for next week's rant.
But in any case,
All right,
is there
let's go on.
anything else that you wanted to say with Aoyama's more about Aoyama, or should we move on?
I guess I'll say one good thing about it. is I like how like he makes like the naval laser work with the belt, but also how he was able to get it to work with the somehow with the knee braces in his leggings. Of course, we've never seen him really do anything with it ever since when they showed it off against 13, but you know, it's at least something interesting to point out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the next one I'm gonna pick. Let's see, because I'm looking at all the costumes right now.
I would definitely say we should go in order.
Okay, so who's number two?
Mina.
Oh boy. Oh God.
Yeah, we're getting into your waifu.
Yes, Blaze might be a little biased here. Here you are. um, I guess if anything, Mina's costume, like the bodysuit part of it, is not a bad idea. I don't get what the coat's for. Is that just supposed to make your shoulders feel warm? Like maybe she could have had like some like gear to where she could store up her acid in, like maybe like kind of like similar to grenades like Bakugo has. That way, instead of explosions, it's more like an acid grenade or some kind of gun.
Or something like Toga, having acid stored on her back, like a backpack.
That that's true. That could have also probably been very useful. The boots, I guess.
Hello?
Ed.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Oh, did the recording cut out?
No, you cut out.
Oh, like I said, and we'll probably cut that out. Um, is there anything you would like to say about Mina's costume yourself?
Yeah, to be honest, she kind of looks like one of those people that you find in the stripper club
Oh,
with,
trust me.
no, like,
Mm.
not the one being the stripper, more like,
Or
around
like
the table and flirting.
you mean the ones who give out the drinks and flirt for tips?
Yeah.
I could see that. As much as I don't like saying that about Mina, I can totally see that.
And it kind of helps with her, well,
Bubbly personality.
yeah.
Oh, trust me, we're and when it comes to strip club topics, don't worry, we're gonna come back to that with somebody else, but we'll wait for that one's turn.
Yeah,
Who's
it's
number?
probably going to be last.
So who's number three?
Suyu!
Okay, you see, here's the thing: is I don't really have a lot of problems with Suyu's costume because it works perfectly with her quirk. Her costume is actually the one that I will literally probably say has I have the least complaints about. Um,
Okay. I have no complaints either. I mean, true, it kind of shows off her thick assets.
but it's
Wink,
better to have
wink.
a costume that's good to the body instead of one that's loose and getting in the way.
True. And since she's a water hero, she
Mm-hmm.
has to go underwater, so yeah, that even helps a lot more.
Right. The one thing I do question, and it's like because I don't think I've ever seen her use those. Are those things on her head goggles or just for aesthetic? I don't understand what those are
I
for.
think they are goggles, but it's like she's gonna only use them if she has to.
Yeah, I guess like
Which
that's my only.
means which means that she kind of has like good vision. It's like good for her, you know.
Yeah, yeah, no, good for her. I've always questioned that because I think I've only seen her have those once, and I've never seen them again. Again, I could be blinded to it because Suyu's not really one of my favorite characters.
Mm-hmm. Most likely, but who knows?
Um, who knows? Next one.
Next one. Oh boy, your least favorite character,
Oh boy.
Ida.
Okay. Actually, even though as much as I hate Ida and I do not like him because he has a major fucking titanium stick up his ass half the time, his costume works for him. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the one, like, I guess if anything, I would go more for the aesthetic problems. Like, why the heck does he have an engine like designed around his waist when it's only in his legs? Like, does that help? Like, is it going to help blow him forward or something? And yes, I have heard that the armor is actually very light and it's supposed to help him with wind resistance. But if that's all it does, then why is it armor? Armor is supposed to be something more bulky. It's supposed to help you defend against shots. And we kind of seen Ida's armor be broken apart before.
Yeah, not some fun times for him. Sad homie
Yeah.
hours.
And another thing that we've noticed, like I've seen sometimes in combat, is that his mask or helmet comes off really easily. What's the point of
Way too easy. If you're asking me.
right? It's like if this thing is supposed to protect your head, that thing should not come off unless it is torn off. You know?
True
And
that.
also, here's another thing. I don't know because, like, telling by this image, if he wears his glasses underneath that helmet, or if or if he has lenses. Because if he has to wear his glasses underneath this helmet, that is so dumb. Because, like, do you not realize how easy glasses sometimes can get befuddled inside of a helmet?
Yeah, but I'll definitely say he does have those because considering the large amount of eyeglasses that he has in his room in the dorms,
True.
yeah, like I'm kind of questioning why he has all those glasses if he only needs two, like a pair.
He probably loses them a lot.
Either loses them or he breaks them when he's in his costume.
I could see that. So, like I said, a lot of things with Ida is more aesthetics and more for, like, if he's gonna go with armor, it should actually be armor, not just something to help with wind resistance.
Yeah, but have you ever, like, why wouldn't they have made something along the lines of something similar to vibranium? Like resistant yet aerodynamic, you know?
I don't, I'm not much of a chemical like scientist and all that stuff, so I can't really say why. But like I said, Ida, his costume, if you really look at it, like I am, because I'm looking at all of them right now, for being a speed type, his equipment is very bulky.
Yeah,
And
which is why I kind of proposed like the slimmer and more thing of vibranium. Because
right,
vibranium, even though it's resistant, it doesn't need a whole lot. I mean, look
and
at Cap's shield. It
y-
literally withstood Thor's hammer.
y- and again, I know people in the comment section who are going to read this and try to be keyboard warriors. I do know that in Ida's legs there are a cooling system to help, like with his jets, so like they don't overheat quickly. Again, the design does not need to be that bulky, and if Ida's pushing himself to the point where he's going to overheat, that's more of his own fault, not really in the costume's fault.
Yep.
Um, but I think I've said enough on Ida. Who's next?
Oh, Chaco.
Oh my
One of
god.
one of my waifus.
Okay. And again, people, before you ask, we are talking about the original costumes, not the up to date ones. So if you're gonna give shit, at least know what you're giving shit for.
Yeah,
Um,
or just go to the bathroom and take a shit. But the
yeah. Ochako's original costume is something that it's not really that bad. I just question on many times on why it came with a chastity belt. And I know I'm about to get so much hate for that one bit of dialogue right there. But
I
come on.
mean, there's a picture. Oh, there's a screenshot of Momo looking at Ochako's ass. Other than Mineta.
Well, Ed, we know what you look into in your free time.
I mean, I was like rewatching the first episodes and I was like, wait. What was that? Like, what did Momo do?
Well, like we discussed before, Ochako has more of an ass than she has tits, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
But again, we're not here to talk about what fetishes or what kind of things we're into. We're talking about costumes. And like I said, going back to that whole chastity belt thing, I feel like as a villain, I see that as something easily to grab onto, and I don't know, make you regret what's attached to you.
yeah, because I can definitely see like villains exploiting that as a way to basically hurt her under there.
Right. And I guess another thing I have is her boots. I know they're supposed to be weighted so that they could work with her quirk, but again, why the fuck are these things so bulky? I've seen weights that can weigh up to like 100 pounds and still be super goddamn slim.
I mean, the only other ones I've seen are Goku's boots. So, yeah, they are very simplistic, but they're
And
made of
again,
lead.
we're not even talking about like technology from our own time, Ed. We have to remember that the My Hero world is decades in the future.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
the weights that they actually use for the here's students versus teachers final exam.
We're
I mean,
very
they
slim.
could use those.
Right. They were very slim and very practical. And also, if you haven't noticed when Ochako takes these things off, at least in the anime of what I've seen, she has to lock her legs into these things. Again, another thing villains could grab onto, and she's stuck in them.
Yeah, unless there's an emergency thing like boots off, you know?
I guess, but it's just like still for a while until she can think to either get the boot off or remember that she can just eject from them. She's gonna probably get slammed around. Because again, take like for example, muscular. If his muscle fibers gets around one of those like leg boots things, she's gonna be slammed into the goddamn ground like at least 10 times before she can remember if she survives that long. Um, before she can remember, she can get out of that thing.
True that. But I'll definitely say that's a her problem, not ours.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying, Ochako's original costume does have some issues. I don't even know what those fucking wrist gauntlet things were for. Like, are those just aesthetic? Again, that's another
Those
thing.
are also weights.
Oh, and look, if you look closely at these weights, come with a handle. What do handles are good for, Ed?
I don't know, being flung around or something.
They're good for grabbing because handles are meant to be grabbed. And what do villains do with easily grabbable things?
True that. So I know I said Ochako is my waifu. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, I have to give her shit for what she needs it.
Oh, and trust me, I'm going to be giving Ed's favorite waifu a lot of shit, and he knows it's coming.
Yeah, but I'm not sad in the least.
But I guess maybe one thing I can give Otago is that visor helmet is actually a very smart thing because it does take communication. It protects her face from from like being if she's thrown or if she's up in the air. That's pretty smart. I'll give her that. Plus, it gets her hair out of her face. But pretty much everything else, it's just like, why? Your whole gimmick is being about zero gravity, yet you're wearing clothes are weighted? Why?
I don't know. Defying gravity.
Ugh.
I had to say that. I had to.
I'll give it to you because you've dealt with me this far. Who's next?
Oh, it's another one that you don't like.
Oh.
Ojiro.
Okay.
Tail guy.
I know who he is.
I just needed to say that.
Ojiro, I don't like him because he doesn't deserve to be in Class 1A. I can name at least 5 different people in Class 1B who could be easily taking his slot, along with a few others. But again, we're not getting into that.
Please,
Um,
yeah, please let's not get into that.
that will be another rant for another time. But
No.
don't get over yourself. You'll deal with it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
well.
Ojiro just looks like a guy who went to his local karate shop, got like a standard gi, and bought a black belt. And just like went in. And yes, I know he has martial arts training, but if I was just to judge this guy off of his costume, that's what I would think. And look, Ed, he has Goku boots in a way.
Does he really?
Kind of. Like they look like them, but they're not the same style.
Hmm.
And and if
Let's
you actually
double
look,
check. Let's double check those.
I'm looking at it right now.
No,
Also, huh?
I'm not looking right now, so I have to look at it.
Also, apparently in this gi, he did not put a tail hole for his tail, so it has to go under his outfit. It's like,
Um, I think he did.
no, because I'm looking at the front and back, and the back shows that he went underneath the top portion.
Yeah, but do you think it's possible that he had to like trim a little bit from the back, but it's mainly from the top?
Okay, I'll give you that point. That's probably fair. I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
mean,
this thing
he,
real
he
quick.
won't be comfortable showing his ass while his tail is basically probably a little bit higher.
And apparently, this belt isn't even like this. Looks like a combat belt that's something that has like pockets in it. Why? Why do you have this? Because first of all,
Doesn't it does not look like belts. It looks like he has keyholes.
well, I'm zoomed in on it.
Yeah, those three thingies looks like from those Reggie Gigas or Reggie Ice or whatever. The Reggies.
Now that I look at it, it kind of does look like that. That's kind of funny. But also, it's like I don't know what material this gi is made out of, but I'm guessing this thing is probably not fireproof. And look, even like how he wears the gi, I know he's a martial artist, but this whole open torso area is such a big grab spot. It's like,
Yeah, he could have done something like Kirishima, to be honest.
Kirishima and I still have some issues about Kirishima, but we'll get to him when we get to him.
Yeah.
Um,
That's not what I meant. I meant something like Kirishima, like, no shirt. That could
definitely,
help his case since he's a
what
martial artist.
right. No, that even would make more sense for him to be shirtless because it's like, again, you're a martial artist. Probably half the times you don't even fight with a gi on.
Yeah. He probably fights like Jackie Chan.
um,
Oh,
but yeah, Ojiro is just like his is like basic shit. It really is.
very, very basic.
Um, who's next?
Who's next? Well,
Mhm.
ooh, Kaminari.
Okay, I think I talked to Ed about this 2 days ago. How I feel about
Yes,
Covenant.
you have the floor, bro. You have the floor.
Okay. I talked to Ed, I think, about this like 2 days ago about certain characters in Class 1A when it came to their hero outfit. Kaminari, his outfit is probably the third top of the ones that piss me the fuck off. Because it looks like he just went into his fucking closet and decided, what outfit do I not care about getting destroyed? Cause look at this man. He is wearing black sweatpants with probably maybe they're regular pants. Yeah, no, they're regular pants with a white line, a t-shirt, and and like a blazer jacket. Yeah, he has like that radio thing on his head, but that's the only other thing that's not normal. And even then, if you were to replace that with I don't know a Bluetooth, it could do the same fucking shit.
Yeah, you could probably put swim trunks and still be the same.
It's just like this dude went for like the most bare minimum when it came to making his hero outfit. Like the dude
Yeah,
is known for having electric quirk. You would think that he would want something, first of all, maybe a little bit of an insulator for himself and some guidance stuff, which I know he gets a guidance like a tool later on. But I'm talking about like in the beginning, when these kids know they have a chance to have a hero costume made by professionals, which probably didn't even have that low of a budget. Probably was like a nice budget, I'm assuming. Because again, if we go back to the first person's outfit, we have Aoyama, who was a complete actual knight, you know?
Yeah, but then again, his family was rich.
Okay, then we can look at Ochako. I'm assuming half of that tech she has on her wasn't cheap. And she's
Yeah,
poor as hell.
but probably within a budget.
My point still. Kaminari looks like, I guess, again, even if I was not to say a closet, it looks like he went to fucking Walmart and just bought the coolest outfit he thought.
It's like I I look like I had the drip.
Oh, please don't ever say that again. It's just like, it's so irritating. I do like that in the future he does get some support gear that helps him more with his quirk, but his first outfit is just that. It's an outfit. This isn't even a costume. If I saw him on the streets dressed like that, I would just think this is his regular outfit.
Or he's a rock star.
That too. So yeah. Again, Kaminari not a bad character. His taste in hero costume is horrible. But that's all I gotta say. Anything you
Okay,
want anything you want to add on to that, Ed?
not really. I added what I already needed to add.
Okay, who's next?
Kirishima.
Okay, best boy right here. Man of of a few words and ready to pound your face. I have so many problems with his costume. First of all, why the heck does he have that iron ring to like mask around his face? It's not even really a mask. It looks like he took like an Empire's mask, but took like the grid mark out around the teeth in the eye holes.
Well, this actually goes to represent the whole thing of Hercules, because Hercules was actually depicted with wearing the lion's skin,
I guess that
and his head was basically in the lion's mouth, and those teeth represent, like, the lion's teeth.
okay. Okay, I didn't think of it like that, but that makes sense. I don't get the gear thing around his shoulders. I guess maybe it's like just shoulder protection. But then again, when you're
or
literally
some or something to help with cutting edge when he's all hardened up,
possibly,
when he uses harden.
possibly, I don't know. I have like mixed feelings about those gears, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
Question is,
I
does he know pound?
huh?
Does he know pound?
Is this supposed to be a Pokemon reference?
Yes, it is.
I know you too well. Um, I don't have a problem with the boots. Those are pretty good. They look actually pretty good for like what he needs because they're all like tightened up around the legs. Plus I don't know Kirishima very well for knowing to use kicks. He's more for punches.
True, but you never know. He probably could learn something right now, even though he's not in the, what's it called? Thing of, yeah,
The
final
point
art.
is,
He's probably going to kick someone.
I would definitely like Kirishima to maybe learn some martial arts. It probably really would help with his quirk. But that's again, we're not here to talk about quirk enhancement and all that shit. The pants, not that bad. I don't understand like this waving like torn cloth that's connected to his belt. I don't get what that's for, to be honest.
I believe that was once his coat, and he was like, you know what looks good like that? I want to keep it like that.
I guess that's not bad. Again, it fits his style. I don't get what this like torn fabric in the middle of his chest that could be a part of like what you said, like the cloak or whatever.
Oh no, that is probably something to keep those two shoulder things attached. Like, probably utility belt, but he doesn't have anything there for it. You know.
That's probably true. Okay. Anything you want to add about Kirishima?
Nope, I already said what I had to.
All right, who's next?
Who's next? Well, oh no. Oh no, no, no.
Oh, who is it?
This person will suffer your wrath.
Oh, is it your waifu's turn, Ed?
No,
Aw.
it's Animal Guy.
Okay. I'm gonna put this out here on the record. This guy never deserved to be in UA. Ever. I don't care what you people try to justify me with his quirk can talk to animals. 95% of the time, you're going to be in the fucking city doing hero work. And guess what? The best kind of animal you're going to get is a fucking pigeon. You want to know what most villains are going to do to a pigeon? Fucking smash that goddamn thing.
Unless it's a PGR.
Ed,
But
again, focus.
okay, you said pigeon, and like I was like Pidgeot, you know?
The dude's costume, again, goes back to the same conversation I had about Kaminari. This looks like he just went into his closet, grabbed an interesting shirt and shorts. And again, even this outfit doesn't look like it's meant for a guy his age. This looks like an outfit you would put on like your 10-year-old son and be like, "Oh, you look cute. You look great." When you know he looks like a fucking nerd.
Probably that's what his mom was going for, you know? Oh,
It,
sweetie, I'll choose this outfit for you because you look cute.
it's just like, and the
But
fact,
mom, I have to become a hero. I was like, oh, you can
no,
become
no,
a hero
no,
by
no,
being
he wouldn't
cute.
even talk back. Because remember, Coda is usually mute. Like he can talk, but he's scared of his own fucking ass. It's just like,
Which
why?
brings a question.
Mm-hmm.
Was he afraid of his mother? He talked back and got slammed a lot when he was a kid. That's why he doesn't talk?
I don't know, but again, that's for a different discussion.
Okay. I would say
Again,
like
do you
right
agree?
after I'd definitely say like right after this we could go in their psyche.
Ed, if you want to make two videos, I'm all for it.
I know, like let's put it all in one.
Okay. But again, we'll come back in order on when it comes to Psyche.
Yep. So next one is diabetes.
He means Sugar Guy. And, or better to be known as who? Because he has so little screen time. I don't even think if anybody saw his face on the Class 1A like reference sheet in Google, we would probably forget who the fuck this guy is.
I'll definitely say in the future, like, Mom, Dad, who is that? Like, I believe he was my classmate. I can't remember.
I wouldn't doubt it. The only, this guy again, even though his quirk was good at giving him strength, like at least strength that made him equal to Kirishima in certain ways, but again, it makes him, and I don't know if I'm going to get flagged on this on YouTube, but it makes him fucking retarded. And it's like,
Wait,
what's,
wait, wait. What do you mean?
well, with the more sugar that's in his system, the dumber he becomes. Like, yes, it boosts him, but the longer he uses it, along with the more sweets in his system, his brain function goes down.
Yeah, which is why he's gonna have diabetes.
Yeah. My point here is, though, getting into his costume, he looks like a knockoff version of Kid Muscle.
Yeah, literally.
And I would know because he was. Didn't you do a what if on Kid Muscle?
Oh no, I was planning to, but I'll probably use that for a one shot.
Yeah. Um,
And for those who don't know who Kid Muscle is, Yeah, it's that weird guy that wearing the weird mask and like the
Better
weird
off,
thing on the
Ed,
top of the
Ed,
head.
it would probably be better off if you don't know who Kid Muscle is. Type into Google Ultimate Muscle and you'll find him.
Yeah, then the only thing you have to do is put a mask on this sugar guy, put the weird thing on his head, and you'll see the face is the same.
Pretty much. Like I said, his costume is pretty much like the standard costume you would see like in comic books. It's just a pair of spandex with a utility belt. And again, what does he keep in this utility belt? Bags of sugar.
Sugar cubes.
Yep. I don't know what else to fucking say about this guy. Again, he's so irrelevant. He
Is
doesn't even matter.
ultimate sugar
Yeah.
instead of ultimate muscle. Ultimate sugar.
Ultimate like he's I was gonna say
Ultimate diabetes.
no, not ultimate diabetes. He's just I guess in a way, he's one of those characters that was supposed to be about a part of the main cast, but somewhere around the line just got shafted because his quirk was not going to be useful. And you know what? If I saw him and I had to choose someone from Class 1A with a quirk that needed to be shafted later on, I would have probably chose him or Animal Voice.
I would
So,
use both of them
yeah.
and audition of someone else, but her turn is not yet here yet.
Anyway, speaking of that, who's next?
Oh, Shoji actually. The Class 1A Kakashi.
Okay, you see, I don't have a lot of problem with Soji, and his costume actually works for him perfectly. Again, it's just regular spandex, and even though it looks like he has a belt, I don't think that is. I think it's just an aesthetic choice. But it just works with him because his quirk is about just being allowing his limbs to be free. And with the colors being like kind of like semi like um what's the word? I'm trying to like semi camouflage like with city colors. If he was to work at night, he could definitely be like one of those like ninja heroes similar to Edshot.
Yeah.
So I don't really have a lot of problem with him. What about you?
Nope. Not here.
All right, next.
Next is oh,
Hmm?
you're gonna have fun with her.
Oh, is it
It's
finally time?
Jiro.
Is it finally time? Huh?
Jiro.
Oh, okay. Not okay. Just letting you know why I keep on saying, is it finally time for her? There's a certain woman in Class 1A that Ed knows I'm going to go off the fucking rails
She
with.
is last. Okay.
She's last? Fuck.
Yeah, we saved the best for last.
Oh god. Okay. Jiro again falls underneath the same thing as Danky, as she just went into her goddamn closet and picked whatever looks good and would not, get in the way. Like I said, her boots are actually very useful. I like how the speakers work with her headphone jacks. But really, besides that, it's just a punk rock outfit.
Exactly.
I really do feel like Horikoshi eventually just ran out of ideas for designs halfway through. I don't blame him though, especially when you have a cast of 20.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who's next?
Oh, your favorite.
My favorite,
Yeah, the makeshift Spider-Man. Or rather, Pape Man.
Cellophane. His hero name is Cellophane.
He's Tape Man.
Sarah, that costume actually is one I like because it's practical. Again, it has like that sleek design. It fits on brand. He has that cool helmet. I don't like how other people can open it. Like the whole scene with Midnight. That is something I hope he fixed in the future. Um, I kind of like understand why he doesn't have anything around his arms completely because that's where his tape comes from.
That's where this table whip comes from.
Yes, yes, I know, Ed. He is the knockoff Spider-Man. We get it. Um, Again, not really a lot of issues I have with this. I also hope, Ed, when we're talking about these characters, you're gonna put them in their costumes on screen.
Yes, I will. I
Okay.
will.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So yeah, I don't really have an issue with him. What about you, Ed?
Not really. I mean, I kind of preferred him in the Abridged series.
You prefer a lot of things in Bridge series, but again, not what this conversation's for.
Yeah, true that.
um, Next,
Next is the emo kid,
Tokoyami.
Tokoyami.
Tokoyami's outfit actually works for him because they've even explained why he has the cloak. It's for Dark Shadow. So for once, I will allow the concept of a makeshift cape being allowed because it works with him.
Reveille in the Dark.
Sorry about that, fans. We had to have a little bit of an intermission. Hopefully, Ed's going to edit out half those things that he was saying.
Oh no, I'll let it out everything.
All right, so where did we leave off? We were talking about Tokoyami, right?
Yes, the emo kid, Tokoyami. We can start over with him.
Like I said, he's the one exception that I will give about capes because his cape is not to be flapping in the wind. It usually wraps around him to protect Dark Shadow.
Reveille in the Dark.
Ed, are you actually going to give any opinion on these hero costumes, or is this just all on me?
Oh, I'll give my comments, but I want to bring in the joke. Jesus.
This is why I'm the serious one and Ed's the jokester.
Yeah, but that kind of makes you emo at times.
Oh no, it's not like my writing doesn't show that.
Oh no, your writing shows worse.
We're such good friends, people. Anyway, Tokiyami is another one that I don't have a lot of problems with. Like we've seen underneath the cloak, it's just a standard like regular hero outfit, good for combat, good in flexibility. So got nothing to say on him. Ed, anything you want to add before we go to the next one?
The darkness have shrouded us all.
All right, who's next?
Who's next is. One moment. Oh, the other emo kid.
Shoto?
Todoroki.
Okay, see, there's a problem I had with Shoto, and it's not because of what his hero costume looks like. It's what they originally tried to do with his hero costume. Was that little stupid ice mask on the side of his face?
Yeah, I mean, he looked like a half Terminator.
Right. I'm so
and
glad that after that
and
one,
and instead of saving people, he looked like someone who would have actually, killed someone.
right? I'm glad after that one showing of it, it never came back. Um, Todoroki is another basic costume, just a regular tracksuit, a little bit of a utility belt. Um, I wish that his coloring maybe would have more symbolized how his quirk was a little bit more than what it is, but not much to really complain about.
I mean, his hair explains everything.
I kind of wish that Todoroki would have been one of those people who had like a tactical visor, like something like so he could look over his opponents better instead of having to make like massive AoEs all the time. But that's just me.
And
Um,
that's definitely just you.
well, what about you? You got something you want to add?
I mean, like I said, like his first hero costume kind of looked like he was a half Terminator,
Yeah,
and instead of saving people, looked like he was going about to hurt people.
gotcha. All right, so Shoto was another easy one. Who's next?
Oh, you're gonna have so much fun with this one.
Mm.
Invisible Girl.
Okay. I have actually a lot of bones to pick with this because I would originally have never had this argument if Mirio didn't exist. If people are asking, what does Mirio have to do with this? He has a lot to do with this. Remember, Mirio's quirk makes him go intangible against anything that touches him, except his hero costume. And you want to know why that is? It's because it's made from his hair. And that's why it doesn't fall off of him. Now, like, it comes to the same logic here. Why do they have Invisible Girl walking around naked? Yes, a teenage girl, a 15-year-old teenage girl walking around naked in nothing but gloves and shoes. You're telling me we couldn't have found out some ways to
And a
use, like,
belt.
no, what belt?
Wait, she doesn't have a belt?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Right,
That's so scandalous.
right.
It's like he was about to rape someone.
My point here is that when we finally get to see what Hagakure looks like, it even shows that she has a lot of hair. So you're saying that we couldn't have found some way to use her hair as her hero costume that could have gone invisible with her? I'm just, it's just like it's so bad because again, you're practically just fighting someone naked.
It's like, and who would want to fight someone naked? I know I
Well,
would. Especially if it's a female. No offense.
I'm not getting into that. My whole point here is you would think with all the cool tech and costume designs and materials that are usually used to make the things that they have, they could have found a way to give Invisible Girl an actual outfit that worked with her quirk.
Yeah, something like Violet from The Incredibles.
Right. So I'm just saying. I'm not going to really get into it, but that's my main flaw is that her whole costume isn't even really a costume. It's just shoes that she has and probably a pair. She probably didn't even put in a request form for a costume. She probably didn't, like, they probably couldn't come up with something. And so she said, okay, just save the money. And she just took like a pair of shoes from home and bought a pair of gloves or maybe even had a pair of gloves and just was like, okay, this is my hero costume. I'm just like, ugh. Okay. Who's next?
Who's next?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's Bakugo.
Okay. See, now this, as much as people want to give Baku shit, he knew what he was getting into when he made his hero costume. He is the one I will give the most praise to. Because there's not a single ounce of his hero costume wasted.
True
Like,
that.
his
True
gun,
that.
his gauntlets, literally lethal cannon shells. His belt is filled with grenades that can be filled with his sweat. His knee guards literally could probably give someone a concussion if he slams them into someone's head. Like his boots are perfectly great for grip and and for the momentum that he moves at. He keeps his chest area aerodynamic with having a skin tight shirt, but also leaving the sleeves completely off. And the thing that is connected to his mask or his painted on mask are literally lethal. Those things are like boomerangs. If he threw those at you, they're gonna go through your skull.
What was those again?
I don't even know. They were meant to
Oh,
originally.
oh, those things that he has in his hair.
Right. Those things are lethal.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of threw one on deck when kind of like left him bleeding.
Right. So again, everyone can give Bakugo shit for his attitude, but he at least knew when he wanted a costume, he made it official. He made it known. I don't want a single ounce of this costume to be wasteful. And I can respect
Okay.
it out of that.
Shall we move on?
Oh, I'm sorry. Like, did you not want to say anything?
Not really. I mean, you said everything else. So
Okay.
yeah.
Ed's wanting to see me go off on the last person, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
Deku.
Okay. I had to get on Deku's case for because he had technically two starter costumes.
Yep.
So I'm gonna start off with the one from his mom. I get that he wanted to go for sentimentality, but that was fucking dumb.
I
For
mean, he
two,
just used it once.
because it
That's the
got torn to
thing.
shit. He got torn to shit. That's why.
Yeah. But that was the thing. Like, he just used it once because he never submitted the form in time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and since he never had the chance to submit the form, his mother was like, you know what? Since I love you so much, I made you this.
Which is nice. Again,
Yep,
again, if
I
I
can
was in Deku's
sympathize
situation, I'd be grateful, but I
and
wouldn't.
weird it out.
Huh?
And weird it out.
Yeah.
You
Uh,
know, face mask,
yeah.
looking a little bit way too much in detail or too less in detail or whatever. You know what I
But
mean?
again, we're not here to just talk about that one costume because probably people have forgotten about it by now.
Yeah, I know I have.
I have to say, when they finally gave Deku a real UA hero outfit, they actually did really good. Um, Deku's costume is one of those that went through a lot of modifications throughout time, which again I love. Can't
And
really
it
hate.
also and it also shows like him actually maturing as a person and a
Right,
hero.
definitely. I kind of wish that he didn't always wear the red sneakers. I wish he would have changed those out for maybe combat boots, but that's just me.
I mean, they probably are, but in this case, he kept the red.
Maybe. I like how he has like the knee guards and everything. The side pouches for his belt. I don't think I've ever seen him use like the stuff in his belt before, but again, I don't know.
He probably has nothing in him.
Maybe he has bandages in him.
Yeah, to bandage himself. Ba-dum-ts.
Deku is like the like this old joke that you did like that 2 days ago. It's like someone call an ambulance. But not for me. Deku would be the person we're calling the ambulance for. uh, but yeah, his costume is not bad. I wish he got rid of the hood thing because even in his newest costume, he still has like that hoodie part of it.
Mhm.
I wish he would get rid of it because he doesn't really need it.
But in the recent arc, we kind of saw that that was very, very threatening.
Yes, but Deku doesn't want to look threatening. That's the thing.
Well, the thing is, in war, you have to look fucking threatening as possible.
That is true.
Otherwise, they will not take you serious.
Hey, don't get me wrong. Monster Deku was fucking beast, and I loved it. And you can remember I went on about it for an entire week.
Yeah, probably an entire month or two.
Hardy har har. The point here is I don't have a lot of complaints with Deku's costume because it's a costume that was meant to constantly evolve, and I
Hmm.
actually like that.
And it came from a perspective of a quirkless person.
True, it's also very true. So again, Deku, as much as I like to give you shit half the time, one time I cannot.
Okay, moving on.
Yep.
This one is another of your favorites, and it's Mineta.
I know we're down to the final two. I've been going over the entire imagery, who's left, and I know. Okay, Okay, Mineta. Can I just first start off? I said to Ed yesterday, this is why we came up with this concept to do this video. Is what he wearing? Is that a diaper or is that a bowl? Ed is underneath the assumption that it's just a diaper.
It's a bowl diaper. It looks cool on the outside, but it's a diaper on the inside.
I said to Ed, when I look at Mineta, he looks like a mascot for some kind of cheap cereal.
Who knows? Like, probably told her coach, she's like, yeah, like, hey, bro, like, do you mind, like, doing a little thing for me? Like, like, little shout out to my cereal? It's like, okay, why not?
The funny thing is, if you really look at him, if you were to change his costume a little bit around, he could look a little bit like Gran Torino.
Don't you dare say that again. Don't you dare.
I triggered Ed.
How could he? He dares to put Mineta in the same boat as Gran Torino.
Well, they're
How
both
dare he?
Well, they're both midgets. They both wear yellow gloves, yellow boots. Like I said, if you were to change, and he also has a scarf. Gran Torino, doesn't he wear a scarf?
He wears a cape.
Okay, well, he wears his cape like a scarf.
Regardless, no. Do not compare Mineta the perv with Gran Torino the Great.
Ed is so triggered that I love it.
Yes. It's
Just
like
wait,
comparing
guys.
you and Alex. Or you and Oni.
You take this outside, Ed?
Exactly. Do you want to take it outside? How dare you?
All right. I again, Mineta's one of those characters. Again, I just don't like. He's a massive perv. He's afraid of his own ass, and the only time he's a hero is when he's trying to show off. And even when he shows off, he sucks at it.
And he disappoints everybody. And not to
Yes.
mention, the whole reason why he has a diaper is because, as we've seen in the training camp, he pissed himself. So, I'm thinking,
Mhm.
in the USJ, do you think he pissed himself or did he shit himself?
Probably both. Don't.
Exactly.
All right, and it's finally time for the lady of the hour.
Yep. And it's Momo.
Better known.
My other waifu.
No, it's his main waifu, or as I like to sometimes call Momo, stripper girl.
Yeah.
Okay. I literally got to dive into this character just to explain her costume a little bit. How is it that she is one of, if not the smartest girl in the class, yet she is a goddamn idiot? She has, yes, and people can say she needs to have so much skin reserve shown for her quirk to work. Okay, why does it have to be in the front? Why not the back? The back has a lot more surface area than the front. Second of all, why is her skirt so short? Why does it look like if you were to bend over, you could look up and see her fucking vagina? And it's like, why? Why do you have your hair covering half of your face? And then the biggest thing that fucking irks me besides that fucking chest and boob window on the front of her costume is why do you have a fucking book connected to your ass? Why? And another thing, she wears heels. Where the fuck did you think it's okay to be a hero and wear heels? Do you not realize that heels are a tripping hazard and they have very bad stability? It's just like Momo is the definition of a girl that works the stripper pole. Because all she does is let her outfits be torn.
True that. True that.
Like
I
I said,
mean,
if Momo was in the same situation financially as Ochako, Momo would be selling herself on the street just as she goes to school at UA. I don't care how many people I'm triggering with that. I don't care if it's offensive towards women. I don't care if she's our favorite waifu. It's fucking true. She's a goddamn moron. And she goes with anything most people tell her. She is a follower. Oh my fucking god. Momo literally pisses me the fuck off. She has an amazing quirk, and she wastes it half the time. Because she has so little self esteem that she has to go flaunting herself like a goddamn bimbo.
I think we should have went for her first.
People, again, you can all be triggered. I will look forward to arguing with you in the comments section. I don't care if this ruins half of my reputation on YouTube. Momo is a goddamn bimbo of Class 1A. She is horrible at costume design. I don't understand how the fuck. No, actually, I do. She probably got her costume the same place Hagakure got her costume from Sluts R Us.
Well, now we know that there's a Toys R Us for adults. No wonder Toys R Us closed.
I seriously hate Momo. Because again, she's shown time and time again that she's a very smart girl, yet she dresses like an idiot. She acts like an idiot. She uses her quirk like an idiot. I just hate her. I hate her so much.
Okay, now I would like to say something.
Go ahead.
Okay, I also gave her some burn in the latest part of What If Deku Had Cataclysm between
Mm-hmm.
her and Jiro. So go ahead and
Mm-hmm.
watch that if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of proves like Blaze's point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anything else we should talk about?
We need to talk about how is the no Ed, there's something I want to talk about. How the fuck is Momo your favorite waifu when I basically broke her down as one of the most biggest failures in my opinion?
Exactly because she is a failure.
Excuse me?
Yeah. You protect that failure. It's like
But it's because everybody's
it's
protecting
like
her.
I know I'm gonna sound like a little bit sexist right now, but yeah, I
Mm.
would literally put her in the kitchen. It's like you do that and I do the rest.
Uh, and before anybody
And
asks why,
I'm not sure if her food is good.
probably
Because we
not.
all
I wouldn't.
saw that Katsuki was the one who cooks the best.
Yes. Again, looks are deceiving. You know, Bakugo may look like he can't do shit outside of combat. The dude's proven that he could be a good house husband too. Just saying.
Hmm.
Dude's also fucking.
But in the end, like, what are we to judge, you know?
Well, I can judge because again, I actually can cook, clean, organize things. I also understand the point of a hero costume that if I need my skin exposed, I'm not gonna flaunt my fucking tits. I'm gonna show off my back that has a lot more surface area. And yes, you can do it with the legs, but why have a skirt? You could literally put like pants, but the pants like around the calf area could have a hole in it. I'm just like, why? Why, Momo? If this is your point of view proving to your family that you just want to get fucking laid by every guy that gets a hold of you, just say it. Half of the classmates that you have will probably sleep with you.
Especially Mineta.
I'm just saying. It's just like Momo, her costume, her personality is a cry for attention. And
Oh
you're not.
yeah.
You want to
And
know what? Go ahead.
which is why we are going to make another video
Mm-hmm.
for their psyche after this one.
Yes, we will. And I'm gonna have to save my more comments about Momo for that. So, with that said, is there anything else you want to add here, Ed?
Nope, there is not.
All right. Now that we're done with this ranking costumes, I hope you look forward to the next video after this, which will be My Hero Class 1A Psyche review. Look forward to it. And with all that said, I'm out this time, guys. Peace.